I need to say something that most people are too afraid to say out loud. Sometimes the people who hurt you the most are not your enemies. They are not strangers. They are not people who owe you nothing. They are your family. The same people who were supposed to be your safe place, your foundation, your support system, the ones who should have been cheering the loudest when you started to rise. Instead, they became the first ones to doubt you, the first ones to criticize you, the first ones to pull you back down every time you tried to climb. Marcus Aurelius lived this, and what he wrote about it is the most honest thing you will ever hear about family, loyalty, and the price of growth. Marcus Aurelius was born into one of the most powerful families in Rome. From childhood, he was surrounded by people who were supposed to guide him, protect him, and build him up. But power reveals people, and as Marcus rose, so did the jealousy, the manipulation, and the quiet sabotage of those closest to him. His own co-emperor, a man he called brother Lucius Verus, a man he shared power with, a man he defended publicly, chose pleasure over duty, chose personal gain over the empire they were supposed to build together. Marcus never publicly condemned him, never exposed him, never fought back with anger. Instead, he wrote, alone, at night, processing the pain of being let down by someone who carried the same blood and the same title. And what he wrote is the roadmap for every person whose family has ever made them feel small. Marcus Aurelius wrote that you cannot choose the family you are born into, but you can choose what you allow them to do to your mind. He said that the people closest to you have the most power to disturb your peace, not because they are stronger than you, but because you love them, and love creates access, and access in the wrong hands becomes a weapon. Here is the truth that will sting. Your family does not always hurt you because they hate you. They hurt you because your growth is a mirror they cannot look into. When you start building, when you start changing, when you start becoming someone different from the person they always expected you to be, it makes them uncomfortable. It exposes everything they never became, everything they never tried, everything they gave up on. And instead of being inspired, some people look at your progress and feel shame. That shame turns into criticism. That criticism sounds like concern, but it is not concern. It is fear. Fear that you will leave them behind. Fear that you will outgrow the version of you they were comfortable controlling. Let me be honest about something. When I started this journey, building this channel, investing in myself, changing my mindset and my habits, the first resistance I faced was not from strangers. It was not from competitors. It was not from people who did not know me. It was from the people sitting in the same house, eating at the same table, carrying the same name, comments disguised as jokes, questions designed to make you doubt yourself, silence when you needed encouragement, criticism when you needed support. And the most painful part was this: I kept going back, hoping that this time they would understand. This time they would see what I was building. This time they would choose me. Marcus Aurelius taught me that going back to the same source expecting different water is not loyalty. It is self-destruction. The people who cannot celebrate your small wins will never celebrate your big ones. Walk away from that expectation, not from the people, from the expectation. That is where your freedom starts. So how do you handle family that feels more like an enemy than a support system? Marcus Aurelius gave us 3 principles. Principle 1, love them from a distance. Distance is not abandonment. Distance is protection. You can love someone deeply and still refuse to let them have access to your peace, your plans, and your progress. Principle 2, stop seeking their approval. The moment you stop needing their validation, they lose all power over you. You were not born to live up to their expectations. You were born to discover your own. Principle 3, let your results speak. Do not argue with them. Do not try to convince them. Do not beg them to believe in you. Build in silence. Rise without announcement. And let the life you create say everything your words never could. Marcus Aurelius never stopped being a son, never stopped being a brother, but he never allowed those relationships to shrink the size of what he was called to become. And neither should you. Here is the last thing I want you to carry with you today. The family members who doubt you the most need you to succeed the most, not because they deserve it, but because your success will be the permission they never gave themselves. When they see you rise, even if they never admit it, something inside them will shift. A door will open, a belief will crack, a voice inside them will whisper, if they could do it, maybe I can too. Your growth is not just for you. It is the greatest gift you can give to every person who ever doubted you. Marcus Aurelius did not become the greatest emperor Rome ever saw by shrinking himself to fit other people's comfort. He expanded, in silence, with discipline, with an unbothered mind that refused to be defined by anyone else's limitations. That is the ghost millionaire way. That is what we are building here. If this hit something real inside you today, share this with someone in your family who needs to hear it. Subscribe to this channel, because next video we go even deeper, silent, focused, unbothered. This is the ghost millionaire way.